How can you tell if a video that you put out, which seemed like it flopped, may actually get a second life? And in a minute here, I'm going to show you analytics behind a video that was completely dead for over 200 days and then just took off. And we'll try to figure out exactly why that was here in a second. We did a video a while back about the Outdoor Boy. Some of you may or may not remember that. I'll tell you why a lot of you probably don't remember that, because if we look at the analytics, almost none of y'all watched it.
None of you watched it.
None of you watched it.
What happened?
After 24 hours, there was 6,000 people that watched it after 24 hours. And if you look at the what's going on thing here with YouTube, compared to previous videos on your channel, people who regularly watch your channel are clicking less on this title and thumbnail. Rightfully so. We're a YouTube growth channel. We don't necessarily talk about large YouTubers and stuff and how they blew up, because most people who watch this channel are watching it because they're smaller creators. I just want to grow, right? Improving the title thumbnail might help. We're getting fewer views from recommendations, so everything is bad. It's terrible. What's going on with the retention? Retention is really good though.
While the retention is great, it doesn't always mean that you deserve a million hits.
Right.
Oftentimes retention is really good because you didn't get the good views.
You only got a couple people, and the only people who clicked were the people that were interested in the first place.
But they watched,
yeah.
and that is always a win.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at this again, you look at the first 24 hours and even longer beyond that, you can see that like our retention is great. So you might think, oh, we did really well. Why are the views so low? It's because the interest of the people who typically watch the vidIQ channel in such a quick manner within the first 24 hours of our video coming out weren't necessarily interested in this. But YouTube never gives up on your video. Let's take a look at what happens after a long time. Let's look at since it's been published. What happened here was, I mean, I'm looking at 200 days.
Let's just call it completely flat.
Yeah, it's flat as Montana. It is 18,000 views after 200 days on our channel. Not good. Then at 229 days, things start picking up and it skyrockets. And within 20 days, it now has 444,000 views and climbing, 26,000 views in the last 48 hours, and it's still going. Jen, this video was good as dead. Dead. What happened was
patience.
There you go. Number one traffic source, browse.
I thought you were going to say patience.
Number one traffic source, patience. But this is why we say never give up on your videos. You never know.
Never.
So the browse features, which is again is the algorithm. It's the homepage stuff. It's all the things that you ever hope to be for your video. Took off. It found another video, and we can look at some of the suggested videos and see if we can figure out what's going on. We'll look at the last 28 days, kind of get a breakdown. See, this has all happened in the last 28 days. We can see that some suggested videos, Outdoor Boys interview and stuff, popped off. And likely what happened was when you see something like this and you're getting pretty good view durations on these videos from other channels, or YouTube searches, I should say, you're getting pretty good views from that. These are the search like Outdoor Boys interview, Rise of Outdoor Boys, and then you look at other videos that are suggesting these videos. YouTube's gathering information about what people like about this particular subject. Then it has to go and find other videos on YouTube that match for these viewers who are watching this content. And it just so happens our video was good. It just wasn't good for our viewership.
That's true. I think it's fair to say YouTube is always trying to help you. They're always trying to find the audience for your video. They want your video to be watched and enjoyed and make them money. It doesn't always happen that fast, but I mean, you never know. One thing I want to know is if we search Outdoor Boys and we filter views from the last month and see if there's any outlier scores that are like popping off like crazy.
All right, let's take a look.
Because we saw interview, and I'm wondering if we just search Outdoor Boys and we filter for when did the video take off? It was a month ago? Was it more than a month ago?
It was like in the last 2.5 weeks. So when you just search Outdoor Boys, the first thing that comes up is all Outdoor Boys videos specifically, like directly from them, which is kind of unusual to be honest. Like it's usually you'll get something from another creator making content about them, but it's mainly them.
But is there any video that has taken off that had skyrocketed this?
Yeah, look at this. Thoughtful Lab got 60,000 views, and they're a very small channel, 2,000 subscribers.
See, what's that outlier score? I see red.
Yeah, I mean, it's a 54 times outlier there.
Here we go. 100 times outlier. The full story of Luke Nichols. Yep. Another red outlier score. Heartbreaking, tragic life. Oh.
Yeah. So maybe this stuff had something to do with it. Like all these videos getting more views than normal, then, made YouTube go, okay, well, there's a new interest, a different interest. It's not just Outdoor Boys on their own channel. It's anything about the Outdoor Boys.
Tragic life. Something went down.
What a great title that is. You absolutely have to click that, right?
I'm curious. I'm like, all right, the podcast is over. We have to go.
Yeah, we have to go watch this and figure out what it is. But that's how you win, right? The title and thumbnail channel are like,
you need to watch this video. I'm grabbing you through your screen and you're going to watch this video.
And I think this is another great example of how, while you are competing for that click, you're never really competing, because all of these videos collectively gave each other more views. If all of these videos didn't come out and generate traffic together, then, well, they'd be flatlined like maybe our video was.
One of the things that we did is some of us from the team searched and tried to figure out exactly like why did this video take off. And here's the thought that we kind of figured out. We're not really sure if this is it, but it's a good guesstimation. This video from 12 years ago is actually one of the guys, I guess, from the Outdoor Boys on a completely different YouTube channel. And it just blew up out of nowhere. As you can see here using our vidIQ tool, it blew up to 1 million views. So something also suggested this thing. So we think we got caught up in whatever this was, either from this video suggesting it, or also whatever suggested this video. Now it's looking for any type of video about the Outdoor Boys, and it found about Virginia traffic attorney Luke J. Nichols. Like, that has nothing to do with the Outdoor Boys other than I guess it's the guy, but it's not about Outdoor Boys. It's like one of his oldest videos. So what's interesting is YouTube will look far and wide when it figures out a trend of something that isn't what we typically think. It isn't, let me just find more Outdoor Boys videos. It's like, let's find the backstory of the Outdoor Boys, because that's kind of what that is. You know, it's one of their first videos, I'm sure. It has nothing to do with their current channel. And ours was about like how they came and blew up. So the algorithm itself looked deeply into the content library and didn't just find, let's just give them all the more, you know, videos from that channel directly. People who are watching these videos that are causing this stir, wanting to know the background. Well, the vidIQ video was one of those. Look at that. We're so smart. I'm not gonna lie though, we had no idea that thing was gonna pop off like that. We thought it was dead in the water. But that's YouTube.
That's kind of the fun of YouTube, though. Like, you never know. And then you just like wake up and you're like, views? What?
Would you like views? Here are views. YouTube be YouTubing, as I always say here on the show. And if you're watching this on the main vidIQ channel, hit subscribe. And also, we have another video that might interest you right here.